lesson, and the name of the lesson is electrochemistry. So listen to this, follow this lesson every day, so that one lesson it's gone, most of you must not have followed, but at least you follow this lesson from the beginning and do every work systematically, so you'll be able to complete the lesson. Okay, now electrochemistry, if you say that there are mainly cells, you must have heard about cells. So cells are how many types? Cells are mainly two types: electrolytic cells, and number two, electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells. So what are the difference between these two? What are the difference between these two? You know, the process you are using battery like dry cells, galvanic cells. Dry cell, you know, dry cell means which you use in the what you can do, many watches, refrigerators, remotes, and air conditioners, phone may be button cells. So these are all, they all come under this electrochemical cells. And second type of cells are electrolytic cells. What is an electrolytic cell? Electrolytic cell means you have heard the term electrolysis. For example, H2O, current is passed, electricity is passed through H2O, then it will change into H2 plus O2. So such reactions are known as electrolysis, and these reactions, electrolysis, it will take place in the cells known as electrolytic cell. And the other cells in which that we use in watches and other things, they are known as electrochemical cells. So what is the difference between these two, electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell? In both these things, see, in an electrochemical cell, electricity is produced. By means of a chemical reaction. Electricity is produced by means of a chemical reaction. What is electricity? Electrolytic cell. In electrolytic cell, electricity is passed to carry out a chemical reaction. Now you must have understood the difference between these two, electrolytic cell and electrochemical cell. Electrolytic cell means electricity pass karte, you will pass electricity and you will break the substances. For example, NaCl. NaCl, if you pass electricity, it will change into Na plus Cl2. So this is sodium chloride. That means electricity is passed to break this chemical, to break this compound, like sodium chloride and water. So to break, you are passing electricity, which is known as electrolytic cell. But what is electrochemical cell? You use a chemical reaction, a redox reaction. So what is a redox reaction? You know, redox reactions, you must have studied about the redox reactions, in which the oxidation and the reduction, it occurs simultaneously. For example, copper sulfate plus zinc. Copper sulfate plus zinc gives you zinc sulfate plus. So this is a redox reaction. So what happens in a redox reaction? How can a redox reaction be used to produce electricity? You know, electrochemical cells means where electricity is produced. So how can a redox reaction be used? To produce electricity? So mainly now we focus on not electrolytic cell. We'll see it afterwards. First we'll focus on electrochemical cells. Electrochemical cells. So what are these electrochemical cells? What happens here? What are electrochemical cells? Electrochemical cell. And the first question is, how is a redox reaction is used to produce electricity? How is a redox reaction is used to produce electricity? See, redox reaction means, you know, the famous redox reaction is CuSO4 plus zinc gives rise to ZnSO4 plus C. So what is happening? This is the redox reaction. Why? Here copper is Cu2 plus and zinc is 0. So now here zinc is Zn2 plus and copper is 0. So what are the reactions taking place here? What are the reactions taking place here? Here Cu2 plus is getting, or first you can say the start with Zn. So Zn is changing into Zn2 plus and it is giving out 2 electrons. At the same time, what copper is doing? Copper 2 plus is taking these 2 electrons. And changing into copper. Now, there is a transfer of 2 electrons. From zinc to copper. You know, zinc is changed into Zn2 plus, copper is changed into copper 2 plus, here it is changed copper. So there is a shift of electrons from zinc metal to copper ion. So there is a transfer of electrons. Now, this redox reaction, we call it as a direct redox reaction. Direct redox reaction means, for example, this is copper sulfate. In this you put a zinc rod. So zinc rod, if you put it what will happen? The electrons, they will transfer from zinc to copper directly and within the same vessel. In this beaker only. The electrons will not come out. Of this. So such a setup is known as it is direct redox reaction. What is this called? Direct redox reaction. So in a direct redox reaction, you won't be able to produce electricity. Can anyone tell that? Why in a direct redox reaction you won't be able to produce electricity? कोई बता सकते हैं? ये डायरेक्ट रिडक्स रिएक्शन में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी क्यों प्रोड्यूस नहीं होगा? No answer? Okay, I'll go ahead. In this direct, to pass the electricity, to produce the electricity, you need, there is a requirement of flow of electrons. Electrons must flow. If electrons flow through wire or anything, then only you will be able to produce electricity. So here what is happening? The electrons are transferring from zinc to copper. But they are not flowing. It is happening within the vessel or within the beaker itself. You are not making the electrons to flow. Then how can you make electrons flow? Which is known as indirect redox reaction. That's we are going to learn. This is direct Direct redox means where a zinc rod is dipped in copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution. Now what you will do, you separate both these things. Zinc and copper, you will separate them. Okay? So what you will do, I will tell it here. Indirect redox reaction. Indirect redox reaction. So what is an indirect redox reaction? So in this what we will do, we will take a beaker. We will take a which zinc sulfate solution dipped with a zinc rod. Okay. Now here take another solution. This is copper rod and copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate and copper. Okay, zinc sulfate solution. Zinc sulfate solution and zinc. Okay. So what will happen here? If you make the setup like this, now the zinc rod, actually this will what happen? It should change into Zn. Should change into when this will change into Zn 2 plus, 2 electrons will be, you see, from zinc rod, zinc changes to Zn 2 plus and it will leave out 2 electrons. It will leave out 2 electrons. What happens here? Oxidation takes place. Oxidation takes place. So when oxidation takes place, there will be 2 electrons. There will be 2 electrons. So these 2 electrons, what they will do? If you connect them with a wire, connect them with a wire के थ्रू कनेक्ट करेंगे, these 2 electrons they will travel to copper. They will travel to copper. So near copper rod what will happen? These electrons, the copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution we have got Cu2 plus ions. Cu2 plus ions. So these electrons will travel through this rod also. Here the copper 2 ions, they will get these 2 electrons and it will change into copper metal. Copper. So what is happening now? The same reaction is happening there. There also it happens. So what? Zn changes to Zn2 plus 2 electrons. This is oxidation and this is called anode. This is called anode and at cathode this electrode is known as cathode. At cathode what happened? The 2 electrons, they have taken these 2 electrons, copper 2 plus, and it changes into copper. It changes into, this is called cathode. This is called, so this here it is oxidation takes place and here it is reduction takes place. Okay. So because of this what will happen? As you have connected these two, the 2 electrons which are supposed to go from zinc to copper, they are not getting transferred directly. Now they are transferred to an external wire. That means you made these electrons flow through a wire. So when electrons they flow through a wire, if you put in any bulb, in its path, this bulb will glow. Why this bulb will glow? The electrons they will pass through the the resistance of the bulb. That is, sorry, the filament of the bulb. The filament of the bulb will not be a good conductor. So it will stop the flow of electrons. When it will stop the flow of electrons, heat will be generated. Which is called as thermoionic emission. This we will study afterwards. We will study physics. Thermoionic emission. But when it stops the flow of electrons, the heat is generated and the bulb goes. So after that electrons energy is over. They will come back and they will come to copper. And this copper will take these 2 electrons and change into. So this process will continue. And the bulb keep on glowing. This setup, what will happen on this, just will learn some basic terminology here. Okay. You must be knowing what is an electrode. Electrode. Electrode means a metal rod which is dipped in its solution. Which is dipped in its solution. It's a metal rod. Zinc rod dipped in a zinc sulfate solution. So zinc rod is known as electrode and zinc sulfate solution is electrolyte. What this is known as electrolyte. Okay. So here the electrode is copper and this is copper. So now what will happen? You must be knowing one thing. ये क्या वो जिंक आयन्स हमेशा कॉपर की तरफ जा, ये अगर आप समझ गए तो फिर मैं थोड़ा दूसरा समझाऊंगा. I have to tell you because this cannot separate always. Zinc ions will change into copper ions. This cannot happen. This cannot happen. One, for a little while this will take place and it will stop immediately. It will stop immediately. So why will it stop? Why will it stop? Okay. You won't get always if you make a setup like this and in this setup you feel that the zinc ions always go and they will copper ions or zinc ions, jitne bhi zinc ions they always get oxidized and copper ions gets reduced. If you think that this is not going to happen forever, this will not last forever. If it will not last forever, what will happen? The electrons will not flow. So that means the bulb will stop going. Bulb will stop. Then what we have to do? Why it is stopping? Why it is stopping? Why there is no continuous flow? Why there is no continuous flow? For example, I will tell you. At a particular situation, here what will happen? There is an equilibrium exists. There is an equilibrium exists. Initially, I will tell you. This beaker. This beaker, if you take that. What happens? You will see what happens at the interface, at the junction, What is the chemical reactions that takes place at the junction? Just listen. Here, you know, the zinc rod, it is in zinc sulfate solution. The zinc ions, zinc atoms, because these are negative charges are there here and positive charges are there. These two charges will be separate. These two charges will be separate. Because of these negative charges, the zinc atom will change into zinc atom. Zinc atoms will change into zinc atoms. So what will happen? For how long this will continue? Some zinc atoms they will come and, for example, you say 1 mole of ions they have changed into zinc atom will change into zinc. So what will happen in this solution? Ultimately the zinc ions, the concentration of zinc ions will increase. Concentration of ions will increase. The number of ions produced will be more. So if the number of ions produced are more, what will happen? Here there are more zinc ions and very less sulfate ions. So there is a disbalance between positive and negative ions. There is a disbalance between positive and negative. If positive and negative ions are enough, then it is okay. More and more zinc ions will form. But here what is happening? Zinc ions, they will only form. They will only form. And the sulfate ions, they will not increase. So in such case, what will happen? In such case, what will happen? In such case, the zinc ions, they will again take those two electrons which they have left. Which they have, see, how the zinc atom has changed into zinc ion? Zinc atom has changed into zinc ion plus 2 electrons. Okay. Now what will happen? In the lack of sulfate ions, there is a lack of sulfate ions. Negative ions are less, negative ions are less. So the zinc ions, they will take these 2 electrons. They will take these 2 electrons and it will change again into zinc atom. It will again change into zinc atom. Why? यहाँ पे zinc ion ज़्यादा हो गया. Zinc ion they are increased. So ions if they are increased, there are no sulfate ions to balance them. That's why these charges they cannot exist like that. They will take that 2 electrons and they will change into zinc atom. Okay. So what will happen? There is an equilibrium. There is an equilibrium between zinc atoms and zinc ions. Okay. That means zinc ions will go to the solution zinc atoms will go to the solution, change into zinc ions. Zinc ions again take that electrons. That means these two reactions they happen here. These two reactions they happen here. Zinc atom changes into zinc ions plus 2 electrons. Now what will happen? These zinc ions will take these 2 electrons and change into zinc atom. Okay. So there is an equilibrium. There is a जितना जिंक आइटम में बदलता है उतना जिंक आइटम में वापस बदलता है. Okay. And there is a certain amount of charge. There is a certain amount of charge which is that zinc plus ions which always exists near the rod, which is the accumulation of charges. You know it as potential. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Okay. So this accumulation of electrons near the electrode is known as electrode potential. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Electrode potential. So this will vary from one zinc ion to copper ion का अगर अलग से लेंगे तो copper ion का different electrode potential will be. So now you must understand what is electrode potential. Okay. Now once you understand this, I will tell now why there is a stopping. So you know, because there is stopping, because the sulfate ions are less and zinc ions are. So this reaction cannot continue for long time and it will stop. So to continue, what should be done? If you want more and more zinc ions should come. More and more zinc ions should come into the solution. So what should happen? When they will come? Now there is zinc ions, it has reached an equilibrium. More zinc ions will not be formed. You want more zinc ions will not be formed means current will not go. What you will do for more and more zinc ions to come into the solution? What you can do? So what you can do is you have to identify the reason why it has stopped. It has stopped because there are no enough negative ions. इसके अंदर नेगेटिव आयन्स नहीं है ना. नेगेटिव आयन कम हो गया और पॉजिटिव आयन का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज़्यादा हो. ठीक है. तो इस केस में क्या होगा? What happens in this case? Here sulfate ions are less. Somehow if you increase the sulfate ions, negative ions, you increase the negative. If you increase the negative ions, what will happen? More amount of positive ions will come. So how will you increase the negative ions? You can say here यहाँ पे देखेंगे what is happening here. यहाँ पे all these copper ions are changing into copper. All the copper ions are changing into copper. But then what happens to sulfate ions here? Copper ions will decrease and sulfate ions will increase. Because copper ions are changing into copper atom. That's why copper ions they will decrease here. And what you call it as the sulfate ions number will increase. So ultimately you will find it here negative charges are more. Here negative charges are less. Negative charges are. So because of this reaction is stopped. Here positive charges more, negative charges, positive charges more, negative charges less. Here positive charges less, negative charges. So if you bring these negative charges from here to here, यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक अगर नेगेटिव चार्जेस आता है तो क्या होगा? दोनों जगह आयन्स जो है बराबर होगा. Both the ions will be same at both the दोनों जगह आयन्स की बराबरी. अगर आयन्स पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव आयन्स if they are become equal, what will happen? More amount of zinc will come. More amount of zinc will come and change into Zn. Okay. So more amount of zinc is coming means more electrons will pass. That means the electricity will continuously. So further what you have to do? You have to keep the balance of positive and negative ions. Okay. So further what will happen? द नेगेटिव चार्जेस शुड ट्रैवल फ्रॉम हियर टू, इसके लिए करते क्या है, वी यूज द नेम सॉल्ट ब्रिज, क्या यूज करते हैं इसको, सॉल्ट, what the salt bridge will do, salt bridge will bring the negative ions from here to here, okay. So salt bridges you use KCl, HgCl, caramel electrode, this is called caramel and this is potassium chloride, okay. How is the salt bridge made, I will tell you afterwards, but this salt bridge what it will do, it will provide the ions, provide the respective ions. यहाँ पे नेगेटिव आयन कम होता तो नेगेटिव आयन देगा और यहाँ पॉजिटिव आयन कम होता पॉजिटिव आयन, ठीक है. So it will give the respective ions, so that's why the electricity continuity will be there, okay. Understood? Now I will stop the lesson here. You can ask some doubts if you want.